Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Joining us now is Ojy Okpe with stories on what's trending around the world. Hello, Ojy.
Good morning,
Hello,
Leila.
Jay.
Good morning, Dr. Martin.
Good morning.
Hi. All right, well, let's begin in Nigeria. The National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, and Dar Communications PLC, in a developing story, have resolved their differences. The president of the Newspapers Proprietors Association of Nigeria and chairman of This Day newspaper, Mr. Nduka Obaigbenna, disclosed this in a statement yesterday. He said during a meeting in Abuja on Sunday, Dar Communications agreed to withdraw the case they filed against the NBC in court, while the NBC restated their commitments to freedom of expression. I mean, this is a great story, great development.
First, I think we should commend the Nigerian Press Organization.
Yes.
And the other key stakeholders within the media industry in Nigeria. In this regard, the Newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria, which has Mr. Nduka Obaigbenna as president, the Nigerian Guild of Editors, the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, the Nigerian Union of Journalists, all of these groups came together and intervened because we had an ugly situation, about freedom of expression, and our fears were expressed about a return to media repression. And I think it's a good thing that both the Broadcasting Commission and the Dark Communications, owners of Ray Power FM and AIT, decided to sit at the negotiating table. What has happened now is that, the two disputants, this has been a face-saving measure that has been adopted by the NPO, the Nigerian Press Organization. Nobody has been embarrassed, nobody has been aggrieved. What we then hope is that the agreements that have been reached, will be respected. And I think AIT, is quite willing to withdraw its case from the court, although it got an earlier injunction to return to the to the air. And then the NBC, the head of the NBC, he also spoke very well. Modibo Kawu, that's his name. And he says that he's committed to the freedom of expression. And AIT has said they will work out an arrangement to pay the license fees that they are owing.
But they also mentioned that they do give their staff editorial freedom, as stated in the Constitution for free speech. So,
yeah, but
because that's one of
part of the agreement also is that, freedom of the press comes with responsibility.
Yes.
And if you look at the statement that was issued yesterday, there was this point also about paying more attention to details and ensuring that the platform is not abused, because there's a sense in which journalists can abuse platform, and the law does not allow that. It's freedom with responsibility.
But what they often see as abuse is them actually just trying to politicize something, right? So if it's not necessarily in your favor, or it's not necessarily looking how you want it to, the NBC just decides to call it off. And that's not okay, because that then goes against the entire Constitution. That then goes against freedom of expression. And it just shouldn't happen, especially not in 2019. I think it gets to a stage where we have to say enough is actually enough. The media do deserve to have their freedom.
Yeah, but like the point is that the freedom is not absolute.
Yes.
It's not absolute freedom. And the Broadcasting Commission has regulatory oversight over the broadcast medium. While, we can be consistent in defending freedom of expression, freedom of speech, we must also stress the point about responsibility. And that's why we have laws against defamation.
Yes.
That's why we have such laws that, you can't say because you are operating a medium of expression, then you can malign or impugn the integrity of others. Yes.
All right. Well, we're very happy. It's a developing story, and I hope that it's all sorted out.
Oh, well, I thought it's already settled.
In the right way with the courts. Let's see. Let's now head over to Mali, where nearly 100 people were killed in an attack in central Mali inhabited by the Dongan ethnic group. Mali's government said suspected terrorists had attacked a village yesterday around 3 a.m. local time. 95 people have been found dead, with many of their bodies burned, and at least 19 people are still missing. The attack happened in Sambam Da, near Sanga town in Mopti region. The same region in March, more than 130 Fulani villagers were killed by armed men wearing traditional Dongan hunters' clothing. It's exactly the same kind of thing we see happening in Nigeria
Yeah.
with the Fulani headsmen. It's
Well,
really
I mean,
sad.
maybe you should not put the label Fulani to
I
it.
mean,
because
there's
that can be...
also, the fact is it is the Fulani in the Mali region as well that are being attacked as well.
We just saw it in Zamfara. Was it not just yesterday? It was in our papers.
Well, you know, in Mali, since 2012, when they had this jihadist problem in northern Mali, Mali has relatively not known any peace.
Yes.
And from northern Mali, that crisis has gone all the way down to central Mali. And, you know, this particular community, Sodabme or whatever, you know, is a Dogon community. And in that particular village, this is about the second or third attack this year. In March, over 130 persons, you know, were killed in March. And then now, you know, almost about a significant percentage of the population in that particular community. And the clashes between the herdsmen and these Dogons, who are farmers and hunters, you know, occurs almost very frequently. And the military response that has been adopted by the Malian government has not really helped. So maybe they need to be assisted. In 2013, the United Nations sent you know, a military force there, a peacekeeping mission to Mali to assist the authorities. But this ethnic conflict, which also has a religious undertone, has not ended. And it is sad that again and again lives are wasted. The Dogons have had to put their own militia together, what they call Dogon Dana Ambasagu. You know, the government has banned that body, but, you know, the Dogons are saying, no, you can't ban our own militia. When you have, you know, herdsmen, they call them Fulani herdsmen, you know, terrorizing us all the time. But on the other side, the herdsmen also are saying that the aggressive party are the Dogons. So you are right. It looks very much like what happens in Nigeria. And you find across West Africa, you know, either terrorists or ethnic conflicts of this nature. And it's really scary, you know, for peace and stability in the region.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a really strong intervention by the United Nations as soon as possible, because it's a really, really sad case. 100 people burnt. That's even the worst part of it all.
It's horrible.
All right, let's head over to the U.S., where the former Red Sox and MLB player David Ortiz is currently in a stable condition after suffering from a gunshot wound on Sunday night. Authorities say the 43-year-old was shot at close range in an ambush at the bar in Santo Domingo. He was airlifted to Boston yesterday from the Dominican Republic. Ortiz is one of the most beloved figures in sports history in Boston and in the Dominican Republic.
Yes, he's also known as Big Papi.
Big Papi. You know how he got that name, I'll tell you.
Well, he used to greet people Papi.
Exactly.
Papi.
That's how
so
he
people
got
started
that
calling
name.
him Big Papi.
Right.
But, you know, what we hear is that he's out of danger.
Yes,
that he's in stable condition. But the reaction to what happened to him shows how popular he is, how well loved he is. He's one of the legends in baseball.
Yes.
In 2013, he was the most valuable player in the World Series baseball. And he's particularly very popular in Boston. He was with the Boston Red Sox for about 24 years before he eventually retired. And in his country, his home country, his native country, the Dominican Republic, where baseball is almost like a national game, he's a role model for, you know, the younger people in the Dominican Republic, where you have about 100 of them, you know, playing in the World Series in the United States.
Well, we're glad that he's out of danger at this point. We're really happy to hear that story. Honestly. And hopefully in 2020, he gets inducted in the Hall of Fame.
2020 or 2022?
2022. Let's hope for that. Let's take a quick story under entertainment. Nigerian belly dancer Kora Obidi brought a new meaning to the term hot mama yesterday when she performed with a very pregnant belly during her audition for the TV show So You Think You Can Dance. Let's take a look.
What them do, them road bad man. Them no want me shoot bad man. Tell them be one that man. If them boy play bad man. Smash the place, smash the place, smash the place, smash the place. What them do, them road bad girl. Them get sack, them play bad girl. But it rap them not bad girl. Knock them out, 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 knock them out.
Completely crazy.
Love
but-
it. Why do people get so scared when they see pregnant women over
Are you
moving?
kidding?
I think you're meant to, actually.
Did you see what she did?
Yeah,
She did
but
a
that's
split
amazing.
Say, why do people get
No.
You've been pregnant before?
I haven't, but being pregnant doesn't necessarily mean that you
Well,
can't
that's what she
move,
has.
you know?
That's what she's
I love
proven
that.
right
That is
now.
amazing.
That's what she's done. I mean,
Yeah.
she riled social media with that. That was
Yeah.
completely insane. That move she made. I mean, I thought she was gonna like. Her water was going to break right at that moment.
Well, a footnote to it, she wasn't cleared for the second round.
No, she wasn't.
Yes,
of course,
because,
from fear.
yeah,
I mean, who's going to clear her for that? But hopefully she's going to come back when she delivers her baby, and her baby will be part of the
she's
whole
a
history.
professional.
made
She's a
history.
belly dancer.
Yes.
You
And
know.
she's also a Nigerian princess, by the way. She's from a royal home.
Anyway,
Love it.
thank you very much, Ojy.
Thank you.
Thank you,
We look
Ojy.
forward to seeing you again tomorrow. That's all on this segment of the morning show. We'll take a short break now. When the morning show returns, Adesua Omorua and Rufai Oseni will be here to take you through the rest of the show. Stay with us.